Good morning, welcome back to Weaves of Waves. Yeah, I've been finding a quiet space within. I've always been one that I'm very chatty and easygoing with people, and I like them and I love the interactions. Hello, buddy tat. I like the interactions with people, but it takes a toll. It's like a buzzy thing, and I look, and I wished I hadn't. It was like I can see within people, and I see the colours around them, and I can see all the swirly bits, and and I feel their pain, and I feel their confusion, I feel their fear. I don't know. This might be just me or whatever. I've come to the conclusion that people don't quite get it, or put it this way, the people around me don't quite get it. I often say, yes, there's too many people in my head that isn't me. And that's because I can still feel what people are feeling even after I've left them. And it's I'm not going to go into that as I'm special. No, it's a thing that's annoying. I would love to just see the person as their cheekbones, as their eyes, as their hair, as the way they dress. But I don't notice that stuff. I just notice the colours and the swirl and the taste of fear and the taste of overwhelm and the smell of despair sometimes and confusion. And yeah, it's sad. It's very, very sad. So last week I went into overwhelm. There was just too much on. I dealt with it all. And it was just like, I deal. And then I fall over, and then I collapse, and then I have a panic attack, oh my God. And then you could blame the menopause, you could blame time of life, you could blame the confusing world. I don't blame anything, I'm just dealing with it, okay? So the deals with has to come first. And yeah, so you find the quiet space. And I always believed I'm not my body. I've had 3 children and my body did its thing without me. It was all without me. So yeah, when I'm not my body. So this body is going to go through its thing, and I must step back and just allow. And I'm finding the quiet space after the storm, which is awesome. So thank you, body. Mind wants to be in control. Mind thinks, okay, there's a logical explanation for this. You must be a logical being. You must reason this out. Mind, fuck off. I'm not my mind either. You can train your mind. You can teach your mind. But you're not in control. You're just not in control. And maybe guys are. Maybe there's a logical explanation, and guys like bleep can control their mind and control their minds. Okay, fine. The logical and reasonableness of men. I've been watching a lot of that stuff, and I think men have a tough deal, women have a tough deal, we all have a tough deal, and working together and stop attacking each other would be really nice. But it's not going to happen yet, so we'll see. But I can't help anyone until I help myself. Until I can find that quiet, still space, I'm no use to anybody. And that's what I'm working at. And I'm going to the gym, I'm going for a swim. I didn't enjoy the swim. Swim was boring. I've seen a homeopath. Thank you, Marie. It's finding this quiet place after the storm. The quiet place that there is no voices, there is no data stream. The constant data stream of what's coming in. And I'm finding that stillness again. Just briefly, just flickers of it. But it means it's okay, it's coming back. It's like, yeah, you get blown off your feet, pure chaos, pure entropy. But when you come back, you find a greater strength. And that's what I've always done. The strength is mine, and I cannot give it to anybody. I cannot share it. I just know that when I get smacked around by storms of body, storms of mind, storms of emotion, that it comes back as a greater strength. Always. Guaranteed. There has never been a time when I've gone through shit and come out the other side that I've been weaker. This is a constant growth. Every fucking time I will be stronger, I will be wiser, I will be deeper, I will know myself more. I will have been stripping down all the bits that isn't me, all the bits that this world puts on us and says, yes, you must be, or you should be, or you're not enough. That gets all stripped away. And when I come back, it's like, yes, I'm powerful and strong again. The vampire is not a negative thing. The vampire is a healer. The vampire is it puts you in touch with your base, with your foundation. And yes, they've blown it all out of proportion. They've blown it into the dark side, and it's nothing is totally into the dark side. And the monsters are parts of yourself that you just say that you don't want to talk to. Oh, I don't see my monsters. I'm love and light and brightness. And it's like, no, you have to turn and you have to embrace those monsters because they're following you and they're creating chaos everywhere you go. So please look behind you and see your monsters. But find that quiet space. And there is no thought in there. The mercurial consciousness, if you like, the creative source. Maybe they call it the Christ consciousness. I'm not sure of that. But certainly it's a place of grace where you just observe. You just are. You just be. And you don't know you're there until you've come back, until you're out and you go, oh, that was it. I was there. I was still. I was quiet. I was there. And it's sparkies. Everything's sparkling. Because in that moment when you weren't there, you were there in your wholeness, in your bigness, in your power. This human body that that's my limits. This skin is my limits, and it's like the spaceship that is walking through this world. But in here, and then in here again. So it's not just your brain, it's not just your mind, it's not just your emotions, but step back. And it's not actually that far away. There is a quiet place. And that's where we are most powerful and strong. That's where I'm going. Come join me.